Hello everybody, welcome to Score to Live as we come to you from State Fair Arena here on Semifinal Friday. And there you hear the Kingston fans as they are going crazy. This is Michael Swisher alongside Coach John Hardaway, and Kingston has a really good reason to be
They have a lot to be excited about tonight.
Very much so, as Kingston will be playing in both Class 3A championship games at State Fair Arena here on Saturday. Let's start with the game that just finished up, the 8th and final game of the day here at State Fair Arena, as number 11 Kingston shocked number 1 Adair 59-51. And Coach, this was a game with about 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Really until the end of the game, Kingston just really dominated Adair.
Yeah, Kingston went on that roll there right at the end of the third quarter. Kind of got the lead. They had been behind. They get the 1-point lead going into the start of the fourth quarter, and then really the fourth quarter they controlled things. I mean, it was a heck of a game from start to finish. Both teams picked each other up full court. It was a physical game, but both teams were capable and athletic and able to handle it. It had to be a fun game to watch, I think, for everybody here in the arena today, between two teams that really got after each other, going up and down the floor for 4 quarters. So
yeah, Kingston, and you talk about a team that's on a roll. Its last 4 games, it beats number 6 Washington, number 4 Comanche, another semifinal team, number 3 Prague in the quarterfinals, and now number 1 Adair. It will get number 2 Sequoia Tahlequah tomorrow. We'll get to that in a minute, but a little bit about Kingston. Its second ever trip to the state tournament. It is now in the state finals for the first time ever. To play at 7:30 p.m. Kess Reeves, number 1, had 25 points and 5 rebounds. She was huge. Then we talk about, especially on the defensive end, we got Avery Weeks, 7 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 blocks, and she was somebody who really impressed you.
Yeah, you know, Weeks, the whole game, I thought, man, she is just really controlling the paint for Kingston inside with the block shots and the rebounds. I feel like she was getting the rebound literally every possession. I know it was more than the 11, but you get there watching the game, and she was a force in there, and I believe she's a freshman. So, I mean, that is fantastic. For her to be able to do that on the defensive end for Kingston.
And Wagner with 10 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double there. Out-rebounded Adair, 37-29 for Adair. 4 straight years they get to the semifinals and lose. Last year it was Comanche that got the Lady Warriors. This year it's Kingston, as Kingston will play the defending champion, number 2 ranked Sequoia Tahlequah in the finals at 7:30 p.m. here at State Fair Arena, as in a rematch of last year's state title game. Sequoia Tahlequah beat Comanche 50-36, and that was a game where the Lady Indians, they established themselves early. They hit some big threes early, and Comanche, although they kept it close this year, last year was a blowout, 67-40 in that title game. Comanche just never could really fully close that gap.
Yeah, I felt like the difference in this game today was, Comanche did a much better job, like I say, kind of controlling the flow and keeping the score down a little bit more. But I think the guards for Sequoia Tahlequah, just the number of them, 4, 5, 6 of them, even some come off the bench, really just controlled the game. The guards did for the Sequoia Tahlequah girls today against Comanche.
And you look at the score by quarter. I mean, Sequoia outscored them by 4 one quarter, 3 the next, 1 the next, 6 the next. So it was just a steady progression, just slowly pulled away. A big difference at the free throw line. Sequoia Tahlequah 21-26, of course, several of those late as they were padding that lead late in the game, whereas Comanche just 7 of 9 for the game. So a 14-point difference at the foul line obviously played a huge difference there. For Sequoia Tahlequah, Aubrey Brown with 22 points, a big day there, 3 of 5 from 3-point range, hit some big ones early. Alexis Keys with 14 points, 6 boards. Walker with 10 points and 8 boards. Misty Dossie, 20 points and 11 rebounds, a double-double for Comanche. Obviously was a factor, but, you hit those early shots and kind of, it was just a big start for Sequoia Tahlequah as they get back to the title game.
Like I said, I think it was the sum of the guards for Sequoia versus the size that Dossie presents there for Comanche, and like you said, it was just a little bit the 5-6 over the course of the quarters. And like I said, with Brown there going 3 of 5 from threes and 11 of 13 from the free throw line, that's a tremendous game there for the Lady Indians.
And a contrast in state championship game experience, as we said, Kingston making its first ever trip. Sequoia Tahlequah is here for the 3rd time in 4 years, 2nd year in a row, 7th time overall. The Lady Indians have won the title 5 times, 05, 06, 07, 15, 17, and now going for it again. Again, those two teams will go at it. Kingston against Sequoia Tahlequah, 7:30 p.m. At State Fair Arena. And Coach, like we said, Kingston knocks off number 6, 4, 3, and 1. They got a shot at number 2. Can they complete that?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like they really did today. I mean, just watching them the whole game, I really feel like, I mean, they're on such a roll. I told you at the end, I said, why not one more? I mean, they're one of those teams we talked about last night. You get in here, you get in the state tournament, and their role started before they even got here.
Right.
And they are playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. You can just see it with their girls out there on the floor. They're confident. And I guarantee they're going to come in here tomorrow confident and ready to go, even though it's their first time ever.
Yeah.
So
there you heard it. He guaranteed a victory tomorrow for Kingston. Now let's go to the boys' side, where, as we said, it's going to be the Kingston Redskins taking on number 3 Star Spencer. Now Kingston not so much the underdog on the boys' side, the top-ranked team in the state, as it beat number 7 Hugo 68-53 in a game closer than that final score, as Kingston was able to pull away late there. Again, you look at the free throws for Hugo, 3 of 4 from the line. Kingston 18 of 22. Another big difference there. But this was just a game where Kingston used, had the matchup inside, but was able to get it done there. But I'm trying to think of who it was. Yeah, Jacob Germany. Sorry, 20 points, 16 rebounds. Didn't do a lot of scoring early, but picked up the pace late and came through when they really needed him.
Yeah, with his height, and just we get so much shots. You get so many shots around the rim, 5 feet and in. It creates a lot of those foul opportunities.
Yeah.
So if you're not putting it in, you're going to the foul line a lot. And then when Kingston boys are able to capitalize at the free throw line, they're just going to be really, really difficult to beat in that type of situation.
Yeah, Kingston outscored them 24-13 in the fourth quarter, which was the difference there. Really started to pull away. Lennox with 22 points for the Buffaloes, but they couldn't pull off another upset. Weeks with 12 points and Lowe with 14 for the Redskins. But again, Jacob Germany, 20 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocked shots. He was 6 of 6 from the foul line, which you talked about. So number 1 Kingston will take on number 3 Star Spencer, and Star Spencer had breakfast at the Big House and was really impressive, I thought, in a 61-46 win over second-ranked Mount St. Mary. And I thought the key to this game was Star Spencer's defense, as they really kind of put the
Absolutely.
lockdown.
They showed up, and they were intense all over the floor. Really got after Mount St. Mary's from start to finish, and I just felt like he said their defensive pressure was definitely the difference maker for a Star today, or actually this morning against Mount St. Mary's. In the second half, Star Spencer shot 75%, 18 of 24 from the field, 57% for the game, whereas Mount St. Mary was limited to 31% for the game, and just never got going. Hall for Mount St. Mary had an excellent game against Hennessy. He did score 23 points, but on 8 of 21 shooting, so it was tough going there. A balanced attack by Star Spencer, the Bobcats, as they are back in the title game for the second year in a row. They got 14 points from Brandon Zeno, 12 points from Smith and Jaden Winder with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. So they're going to play 10:30 a.m. Here. That'll be the first game of the day at State Fair Arena. It's going to be number 1 Kingston with a 26-2 record in its first ever title game. Star Spencer, 8-time champions. Again, a contrast in state tournament experience. This is the team last year, the runner-up to Douglas is Star Spencer, and this is only one title since 1996. In 2009, the runner-up last year. But is this Star Spencer's year? Is Kingston going to make it? Well, Star's coming in hungry after last year for sure, and you can see that intensity today in the game. I just feel like Germany inside is just going to be the difference. I mean, just at 6'11", as long as he's in the game, he's not in foul trouble, or the game gets going up and down too fast. Talk about sometimes big guys get caught in the middle sometimes, and Star definitely has that ability. But it would be hard for me to pick against Kingston. They've been number 1 all year. They're number 1 preseason. They've been very impressive here in the state tournament. I would have to go with Kingston in that matchup.
All right, the mayor of Kingston guarantees the Kingston sweep tomorrow here at State Fair Arena. Again, the girls' game, 7:30 p.m. The boys' game, the first game of the day, at 10:30 a.m. We hope that you can be at State Fair Arena, but if not, keep up with it on your Squirtle app. Thank you for joining us here.